Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I've been deep cleaning, reorganizing, sorting through, and look what I found. An Idahoan baby red flavored mashed potatoes that I bought in 413. You can see where I had marked it on the label. It's a good idea to keep a Sharpie with you when you're putting your food away and write clearly the date that you bought something or the date on it that it says it will expire, or the best by, use by, sell by date. It's not necessarily expired, but it can be. But it certainly is when the manufacturer guarantees the food will still taste the best and be the freshest, and after that it can deteriorate, it will decline, and it may not be very good after that. You can see the best before date is March 2014, which is now 10 years ago, and this has actually been in my pantry for 11 years. So let's open it up and see what happens if you store the Idahoan baby reds for a very long time. If you have an expired or outdated package of food and you're never sure if it's still going to be good or not, look over the package and see, are there any holes, tears, look at this. This is discolored. The bottom is now sort of green. It used to be a brownish gold. But everything looks okay. It still seems to be airtight. There's no holes, leaks, tears, sometimes even pinholes. You need to look for pinholes in case pantry bugs have mined into your package. But this looks okay, but we can't really tell from the outside. We have to go inside to see if the food is still actually good to eat. Something interesting I noticed on this package, it says gluten-free. Here's side by side a comparison of a new package and the 11-year-old package, and you can see the actual ingredients have shrunk. There's fewer of the ingredients. They're still made in the USA, in Idaho. So read it over carefully if you have sensitivities to any ingredients. Yes, you can see where the package is gold on the bottom, but this one has turned a little bit green. But that's okay. It doesn't mean anything has happened to the inside contents. No shrinkflation here. The new package is 4.1 ounces for half-cup servings. The old package is 4.1 ounces and 4 half-cup servings. So thank you, Idahoan, for not giving us shrinkflation. Let's tear open the package and dump it out. Looks a little yellow for mashed potatoes. So you want to look it over, see if it looks okay, smells okay. Let's compare it to the new package and see what that looks and smells like. Here's the new package. Let's tear it open and pour it out and see how it compares. Oh yeah, it definitely has changed color. That's what I thought. It looked very yellow, and it does. So yeah, right off the bat, this one, the little bits are still there. Maybe they look better in this one. So yeah, it doesn't exactly look right, does it? But you can still see that it has bits and powder. Nothing looks unusual except for the color, though. It doesn't look like anything has infested it or clumped together, anything like that. So the 11-year-old potato doesn't look right, and it has a little bit of a funky smell. And the new one certainly looks fluffy and delicious, and it doesn't really smell like anything, which obviously we don't want potatoes to smell like something funky. So I don't really think I want to eat this one. It looks a little bit too much off to me, and it has a little tiny bit of an odor, and so it's not worth getting sick over $1's worth of food. So I think I'm going to go ahead and toss the 11-year-old mashed potatoes, and I'm going to go ahead and make the new one and make a nice meal out of that. I can make a meal with my Idahoan instant mashed potatoes. I have a can of beef gravy and some leftover meatloaf. Use up the bits and pieces and the leftovers, the spoonfuls, dibs, and dabs that are in your refrigerator. It helps you to stretch your budget, make your dollars go farther, and gives you simple, easy meals you can prepare quickly rather than spending money on takeout because you're not sure what you can make. Figure out ahead of time, if I have leftovers, how can I use them up? And here's a simple way to use up and make a quick meal. A nice serving of fluffy mashed potatoes, meaty gravy. Look at that. How delicious does that look? Add any veggie that you have, and dinner is served. Idahoan Baby Reds are still my favorite mashed potatoes to keep in my long-term food storage stockpile. They're so easy to prepare. You just boil water, stir them in, and let them sit for a few minutes, and you have some delicious mashed potatoes. You can stir all kinds of things into them to make them more flavorful, or you can buy them with flavors already included. I've eaten the Idahoan potatoes probably 2 years past the date on the package, and they were perfectly fine, but 11 years past the date on the package I think is a little bit too much for me, so I'm going to pass on those and enjoy these. Let us know if you've tried some of the Idahoan potatoes and what you like or dislike about them, and what other foods have you found that can last a long, long time. Leave comments on foods you've actually eaten that are past the best by use by sell by date, not just something you read about or heard about, because we want to know what your actual experience is. That's the way we really learn from each other. I hope you'll like my video, share my video, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.